Right, so I've been having delays getting the mk2 on the road because basically I've been waiting for the wheels. So I dropped off the wheels at the refurbishing company on the 11th of March, and it's now the 1st of May, and they're still not done. So it's a bit of a hold up. So the car, when I dropped them off, I still had a few things to do on the car, but I thought, by the time the wheels are ready, the car will be ready and it will tie up quite nicely. But that's not the case. So the wheels, I reckon they've basically over-torqued the friggin' the bolts. Because, yeah, some of the threads are totally stripped out, so I need to have a word with them about that. So rather than waiting for any more delays, because, like I say, the wheels was the only thing that's holding me back, because the steel wheels that it's got, I thought the tyres were cooked, but I've had a proper look round. And I only need to actually replace one of the tyres for it to pass an MOT, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down for an MOT tomorrow morning on the steel wheels. But I'm going to go now, and I'm going to go and get a new tyre for the one that's knackered, and then hopefully tomorrow it will pass its MOT, and then I can actually drive it legally on the road. So that's what I'm hoping, and then and then when the BBS wheels are done, I can put those on the car if I fancy it. So yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, so these are the steel wheels. I'm going to keep it on these for the MOT and then swap over to the BBS if I fancy it. But yeah, these tyres aren't too bad. It was the back left that I've had to take off because it was the worst. These aren't too bad, but yeah, the back left was quite cracked on the sidewall. Obviously it's not good. It's got lots of perishing and cracking. And because it's on the sidewall, I think it'd probably fail an MOT on that. So I'm just going to get the one tyre, just replace the one tyre, take it down for an MOT, and hope for the best. Wish me luck. Here we go. One new tyre. Hopefully that's all we need. Right, so that is the car back on four wheels. So I've got a new tyre. All the tyres are okay. So yeah, rather than waiting for any more hold-ups, because like I say, I just wanted to get the BBS on this car, I've just decided to take it down for an MOT on the steelies. They're all good on the car. So anyway, I spoke to the wheel place about this because like I say, 10 of the threads are just completely ripped out of this. I said to him, oh yeah, what were you talking these to? Because bearing in mind they're really soft alloy threads. Oh yeah, we normally talk them to 26 Newton meters, and everywhere I'm looking it's like 11 to 15 Newton meters. So I'm like, oh great, yeah, so you've over tightened them and ripped the threads out basically, and now it's down to me to drill and tap them and get some helicoils in. So yeah, I'm not particularly happy with the wheel company because they're meant to be specialists. They advertise themselves as being split rim specialists, but I don't know. But yeah, and they've had them for like 8 weeks now, and they said, oh yeah, they only take a couple of weeks. So I'm not best happy with the company, but it's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? Things don't always go as they should be. So hopefully they'll give me a discount for all the mistakes and the fact that I've had to step in and sort it out. So I rung him and said, look, can you check the other ones, because obviously you've over tightened all of them. Hopefully you've not destroyed the other wheels as well. But anyway, on a positive note, I'm taking this for an MOT tomorrow morning, so wish me luck. Right, so I've taken all the bolts out, and 10 of them are like completely shagged, and the rest of them do up. So it's not as bad as I thought, but still, some of them, the bolts literally just are totally stripped out. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out a solution for this. I could potentially drill them out and then tap them to a larger size, or I could try and I don't know. I don't really want to bodge them obviously, but we'll see. I have to come up with some kind of a solution for this. Right, so this helicoil kit has actually just turned up today, so I'm going to give this a go. I really hope this works because yeah, I don't want these wheels to be junk. So wish me luck, guys. Let's see how it goes. Right, the first one actually worked quite well. So I'll show you the process. So first of all, you have to drill it out. So these are M7 by 1 thread. So you have to drill it out with a 7.3 drill bit. And then you tap it out with this M7 tap. And then you screw that in. And then you knock out the tang. So yeah, I'll show you how it works. I needed 2 hands for that, or I need some sort of a mount. So anyway, drill that out to your 7.3, and then I'll tap it next. So next, tap, tap, tap. So once it's tapped out, you get the thread on the end of there, and you screw it in, hopefully. So yeah, screw that in. You screw that in, I'll show you in a sec. And then once you've screwed it in, basically you need to like knock the little end off. So there's like an end there, an end piece. You can see that. You have to basically knock that. There's a punch. So you get a punch, and you put that on there. Then with a hammer you knock it and it pushes that down. And then you can screw the bolt in. Wow, so I got really lucky there. So I've managed to drill and tap out all the ones that were knackered. And replaced them with helicoils, and they've all torqued up. So phew, that was a little panic over now. So that wheel is now sorted. So I'm just hoping that the wheel place hasn't destroyed the other 3. He said the other 3 were okay, but I've explained to him obviously he's over tightened them as well, so he's going to check those, and hopefully they'll be all right. But bloody hell, guys, you've got you've got to have your wits about you. So yeah, if you ever have BBS RMs, these bolts you'll be really careful, because they're only drilled and tapped into very soft aluminium. So anywhere between 11 to 15 Newton meters on the little torque wrench there, on the small one as well, not a big. I've used a real small one. Yeah, so they've all torqued up. So yeah, hopefully that saved it. Crikey. Right, I'm just about to take it for the MOT, so wish me luck. Here we go. Here we are, wish me luck. Right, so it failed on a couple of little things. So one being the rear fog light wasn't working, and also the rear brakes are binding a little bit, so I need to have a look at the rear brakes. I've just discovered, took me a little bit of messing about. Anyway, the rear fog light, the reason why it wasn't working is because it was missing a relay. So I was actually missing that relay, which is the reason why it wasn't working. So I've managed to rob that relay off of my other car. So that has solved that issue. I just need to see if I can sort the rear brakes out, and then I might be able to take it back for a retest today and then drive it. Right, so I might be able to get this retested today. If I can sort this brake out, I can get this car retested and actually drive it to the Mark II Owners Club meet. So yeah, this brake is binding. The handbrake is free. So I think the issue is the caliper. So I'm going to see if I can free it off. Let's see what happens. Right, so it looks like this was all corroded in here. So I reckon the pads were sticking because of the corrosion. So I'm hoping if I clean all this up, because the calipers are pretty new. They were put on before the car was taken off the road. I'm going to wind back the caliper and like spray some WD-40 oil and some put some grease on things as well. Hopefully we might be onto a winner if I can get this. If I can unseize these brakes, get it back down for an MOT retest today, I might actually better drive the car this weekend. Oh, so close, guys. Right, so we actually made it. We made it to the Mark II Golf Owners Club meet, didn't we, mate?
Yeah.
We made it. Look. Ooh. Nice selection of cars. Nice Mark 1.
It's like anything, I suppose, over the years, yeah. Oh, the other thing is
Good little turnout.
That's a PD swap Mark III. Nice.
There's R1. Mini. Look at this beast.
It's a bit annoying in the sun.
Is it the driver's one? I mean, what you could do, take the door card off and just give it a little bit of a tap. So you can spray some WD-40 inside it and stuff like that. Wow, so yeah, what a roller coaster of a day. So yeah, took the Golf in for an MOT first thing this morning. It failed on literally the rear fog light and the rear brake. Spent most of the day messing about fixing it, got it sorted, got it in for a retest and it passed. And then I've been driving it around. Had a few little niggles though, so the speedo's not working for some reason, so I've got to look. I think it's just the cable needs pushing into the back of the clock's a bit better. The accelerator pedal's a little bit of an angle, so it's a little bit uncomfortable, so I'm gonna have to change or modify the accelerator pedal. And also one of the front wheels nearly fell off on the way to the owner's meet. The bolts, only one of the bolt was tight, so that started vibrating a bit on the motorway, and yeah, couldn't believe that. So obviously I don't know whether I didn't do the wheel nuts up tight enough or something is wrong, but I've tightened them up and it seems okay for now. I'm absolutely over the moon though. The car drives brilliantly. It's very powerful. I sort of floored it a couple of times and it's quite surprising how much power it's got. So that's cool. So I'm going to spend the day tomorrow messing about with the car. And yeah, it's a good project car. I might have to wait till I get the BBS wheels on there and change the wheel setup, I reckon. I'm not sure, but I think it looks like a proper sleeper at the moment. And I'm really happy with it. Awesome. Finally got the car on the road after 5 years. 6 years, actually. Nearly, well, yeah, 6 years it's been off the road. So, yeah, I'm dead chuffed with that. Happy days.